And I think we are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for a 4-player tutorial and playthrough of Black Forest. If you are watching us live, thank you very much. And please let us know if you can hear us and see us in the chat. I'm joined tonight by Rob, Chris, and Pete.
Hello.
And yeah, we're going to be doing a 4-player tutorial and playthrough. Now, we've all played the game before, so we're going to be doing a rolling teach of the game. I'm not going to teach you all of the rules up front. But this is actually a very simple game at heart. I'm not saying it's a light game, but the rules overhead for this game are actually quite small. Now, this is a sponsored video. Thank you very much to the publisher for sending me an early preview copy of this game and for sponsoring this video. Our job here is to not tell you whether we like the game or not. It's to help you make a decision about whether it is the kind of game that you're going to like. And we're going to do that by showing you how to play, then playing through the whole game, and hopefully, yeah, that will help you make a decision. A few people in the chat have probably already pre-ordered this game because, yeah, it's Uwe Rosenberg is one of the designers of this game, and he's got such a following that a lot of people have already pre-ordered this. If you are watching us live, or if you're watching back afterwards and you've already pre-ordered this game, let me know. Or if you're just here to see how it plays out. So let's explain what we're all doing. Now, I didn't read this afternoon. I didn't read the flavour. The oldest known glass-making furnace, or a glass hut, in the Black Forest dates back to 1218 CE. Small settlements often sprung up around these glass huts to house the glass blowers and their families. Then came the charcoal burners and potash makers, who provided important base ingredients for the glass-making process. Only a small fraction of the wood harvested was turned into charcoal. 90% was used to make potash, which lowers the melting point of quartz and gives the resulting glass a shinier finish. I didn't know that. There you go. Wood was an essential resource for glassmaking. The glass produced in these forest glass huts were often contaminated with iron oxide, which gave the resulting forest glass its unmistakable greenish hue. So, like a load of Uwe Rosenberg games, there's a lot of theme actually in there, and it's all about something that really happened. He does do his research. So, we are going to be starting out with a humble domain, and we are going to be travelling around the Black Forest from village to village. We are going to be meeting with the tradespeople. We are going to be converting certain resources into other resources, and we're going to be using those resources, specifically wood, brick and glass, to construct buildings. The game will end at a certain point, and then we're going to count up scores to see who has done the best. Pete won the game this afternoon, so we'll see if he does it again. Right, we've done the setup all for you, but just to let you know, this is the side of the board for the 2 to 4 player game. The other side of the board is the solo mode, and what you do, the only real difference is this. So what we do is we decide on who is going to be the starting player. So we'll use our normal method for that. Okay, so I am the starting player, so I get nothing extra. So in a 4-player game, the second player starts the game with 2 brick. I thought it was 1 extra brick. Anyway, it's 2 brick. The third player gets a cow, and the 4th player gets a glass. So those are the changes for where you are in turn order. But what we've got is we have the board divided into the various villages. We have small villages with 3 tradesmen. We have the large villages with 4. These were placed semi-randomly. What you have is you have these icons on the spaces, and the tradespeople have different icons on the back. So you take all of these ones and you place them on those spaces. So there would be one there, for example, and then they get flipped face up. So there's a little bit of a sort of seeded random assortment of the tradespeople. But other than that, that's the game board, and we're going to be traveling around there. Now, on a player's turn, and we take it in turns, starting with myself, is you've got 3 steps, and this is the player aid. It's this tiny little player aid. But your turn consists of 3 steps. The first step is, optionally, you can spend 1 commodity to move the travelling merchant. Now, I'm actually going to explain that later in the game, because none of us start the games with any commodities. The second thing you do is movement, where you must move your worker from one space to another. You can either stay within the same village, if there is a space, or you can travel as far as you want by spending provisions to go to another village. Then, once you are at the village, you either do the job if the village has a job, and we'll explain that later on as well, because the jobs don't come into it for a while, or you visit the 2 tradespeople that you're adjacent to. Now, you don't have to visit both of them, but ideally you want to go onto a space between two tradespeople that you're going to be able to use. But all of the tradespeople do various things during the game. Before we go any further though, I do want to mention the resource wheels and how this works. So if you have played Glass Road, you will already know how this works. If you haven't played Glass Road, prepare to be amazed, because what you have, and this is actually in the wrong place, that should be there. What you have is you have two separate production wheels in the game. This production wheel is all about manufacturing glass, and this production wheel is all about manufacturing provisions and commodities. We'll look at the glass one first. So as any glass maker will know, the ingredients that you need are, you need some sand, you need some charcoal, you need some water, and you need some wood. And once you have one of each of those resources, you will produce one glass. Now, the way that it works in this game is that you have this wheel, and this number indicates how many of each resource you have. So at the start of the game, all of us have 3 wood, we have 2 water, we have 1 charcoal, and we have no sand. But let's say, for example, I go to a particular place on the board and I manage to get 2 sand. So what will happen is I will move that marker to here to represent that I now have 2 sand. Now, this wheel in the middle, this is always trying to move clockwise. If it can, it does. And right now there is an empty space here. So what happens is simply this moves to here. You will now see that I have effectively spent 1 charcoal, 1 water, 1 sand and 1 wood, and I have created 1 glass. That is how this works. So this isn't a game where you actually physically have to, cash in some resources and swap them for something else. The dial does all of that for you. You can then spend the glass by moving it to there, but yeah, that's how that works. Now on the right hand wheel, you've got porridge, you've got meat, and you've also got charcoal as well. And you need one of each of those 3. So again, let's say that I generate 1 porridge. This is always trying to move to the right. It's always trying to go clockwise. So it moves to there. What I've done is I've spent 1 porridge, I've spent 1 meat, I've spent 1 charcoal, and I've gained 1 commodity, that's these, and I've actually gained 2 provisions. 1 on this, 1 on this. So you have 2 markers that represent provisions, and you start the game with 3 provisions, 2 on there and 1 on there. There's another resource as well, which is brick. Brick is a special resource. It isn't part of the dial, and it is just here. And brick goes from 0 to 7, and you will need brick for various things in the game. Right, that's how that works. In addition to that, each player has their domain, which consists currently of a main estate. I'm just going to show you that quickly. This is my main estate, and it consists of my glass hut. So this is where I actually do all of the glass production. I've got a little sort of pasture over here that can store 2 cows. I've got 2 ponds, I've got 2 wheat fields, and I've got 3 forests. Now, these are tiles. These can be removed. So over the course of the game, you can chop down these forests to get wood. You can remove the wheat fields if you wanted to harvest their resources, or you can just harvest their resources while keeping the wheat fields there. What's going to happen is over the course of the game, we're going to be moving this marker to the top. Once it gets to the top, our domain expands. Can you just pass me a small estate, please? We shuffle that along and we take one of these small estates. That goes there. The glass hut moves over to here and we get 2 new forests. And each one of these is worth 2 points. So I've mentioned that the idea of the game is to get as many points as you can. This is the icon for points, and it will be counted at the end of the game. Matt has just pointed out that I'm cheating by having 2 sand. Thank you very much, Matt. Got to keep an eye on me. There you go. What else do we need to talk about to start with? The buildings. Let's talk very briefly about the buildings. There are lots of buildings in the game. First of all, we have 21 buildings on this building board. Now, these are all on specific spaces. All of the buildings are numbered and they go on specific spaces of this. And that's because all of these buildings at the top are related to brick production. All of these are related to wood production, etc., etc., etc. All of the ones here require no glass to build. All of these require 1 glass, and all of these require 2 glass. We are playing the game as it's recommended for your first game, which is you use the A side of the buildings. But once you know the game quite well, you will randomly flip over a certain number of these, I think it's 10, to the other side, and you will play with the B side. Now, this is still a charcoal related building that costs 2 glass, but it's completely different. The colours of the buildings will be important. I'll explain that later on as well. And then over on the right hand side, we have 2 more boards. We have another board full of small buildings. These are all related to pigs, cows, These are related to pastures and fields. These are related to glass provisions, and these are related to victory points. And again, we are using the fixed 15 buildings, which are all on the A side. But then next to it, we have the large buildings board. We have 4 large buildings in the game. Other large buildings are available. And what you do is you take out a certain number of buildings from the stack at the start of the game. We have 2 tier 1, 1 tier 2, and 1 tier 3. I think that's what we have. So I think we've got that right. We'll come on to those more later on. The large buildings, by the way, don't get refreshed. So these are all of the different ones that you can play with in the game. And yeah, those are the 4 that we're playing with for this game. So every game you're going to play is going to be slightly different where that is. Okay, so we've randomly decided that I'm the start player. You guys have got your additional starting resources. So I've mentioned that the first thing you do on your turn, if you want to, is spend a commodity to move the travelling merchant. We don't have any commodities, so we'll come back to that later. The next thing you do is you must move your worker on the board. But at the start of the game, you're not on the board. So your first placement in the game can actually go on any empty space whatsoever. And what I probably should have done is I should have thought ahead, shouldn't I, about what I actually want to do? Because there's lots of different approaches that you can take in this game. This afternoon, I decided to go with the pond strategy. And if it was lowest score wins, I would have done very well this afternoon.
Lots of pondiness over
There's
here.
pondiness. I'm going to avoid the ponds. We're having a no pond approach today. I think I might, because the buildings are all different as well. They're in different places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by going here. Now, the 2 tradesmen here, I will just show you a little bit more clearly. This one is very simple. I just gain 1 cattle. And this one, if it's in red, that means you have to spend it. So I have to spend 1 wood to gain 4 charcoal. So what I'm going to do is I am going to spend a wood by moving this from here to here, and I'm going to gain 4 charcoal. Now, I have 2 charcoal markers. Whenever you gain charcoal, you have to choose which one of the dials you want it on. You cannot split it when you gain charcoal. When you spend charcoal, you are allowed to split it. But I'm just going to gain 4 charcoal, and we're going to gain it on this dial here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm also going to gain myself a cow. Now the cow right now can only go in here. It's not worth any points in there. But that's it. That is your turn done. Is you move somewhere, you do the actions, and play passes to the next player.
Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to cut down one of my forests.
This is cut down a forest to get 4 wood.
And get 4 wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now this one, this is the travelling merchant. So we've mentioned the travelling merchant already. It is going to move around the board as the game goes on. But when you visit the travelling merchant, you pick 2 basic resources. Well, 2 of the same basic resource. And all other players get 1 of that resource. So Pete, what would you like?
I'm going to take 2 bags of sand, please.
So we all get 1 sand. And then that's Pete's turn.
And that's my go.
Yeah. Oh, Rob has already automatically produced. Oh, so have I. Yeah, we produce a glass.
Ooh.
There you go.
There we go. Good.
Cheers, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
And you've got 2 glass
I have.
to start with.
So I can build from this column.
You can.
I'm gonna go somewhere roughly similar
Super buildings.
and go here.
Okay.
So because I've got a cow, I'll get 1 porridge.
So yeah, you can either get 1 porridge per
Yeah.
cow
That's
or
what I'm gonna
1
do.
wood per pig in a forest. But you don't have any pigs.
Yeah. So I'm doing the cow.
Yeah, and this one is spend 1 charcoal to get 4 brick.
Yep. So can't spend charcoal on that wheel, so it's gonna have to be on this wheel, and then that's 4 brick. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's my go.
All right. So I'm going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say per pond I've
Per
got,
pond,
I
get some
get
sand.
sand. So I get 2 sand.
Get 2 sand.
And the other thing is I can either push my glass production up.
Glass hut marker. Oh, that should be there. Yeah.
Or I can.
Or you can build.
something. So I'm going to build because I've
It's
got
gonna
2
build.
glass.
Got 2 glass.
I've got a bunch of resources. So.
And you've been studying the buildings for the last half hour.
Yeah.
So.
But I forgot that I need wood for most of them. So, yeah.
And you've got 3 brick, 2 wood, 2 glass.
Yeah, I don't have enough wood.
Build that. You can build that. You can build that. That. You can build all of these. That's the only one you can't build from here.
Okay.
So are any of those of any interest? You don't have to spend the 2 glass.
Well, I mean, I just build something that's worth a bunch of victory points. I mean, it's probably not the best thing to do at this stage.
Go for the points.
Yeah.
The sand sifting plant is worth 5 points. Winning score this afternoon was what, 40 something? Low 40s?
Yeah.
I had a plan. Actually, I'm gonna build a fort. I think.
Okay. A
'Cause,
fort's interesting because it
yeah.
has it's a variable cost based on the number of other players.
Yeah. So it's three brick,
3 brick because there's 3 other players.
and 1 wood.
1 wood and
And
1
one
glass. But what does it do? So it's got a red background. So buildings with a red background mean that they have a permanent effect on the game.
So it says pay no resources to others when entering a village.
Okay, so we've not explained that yet, but I'm about to explain that. But once we have done that, Rob is immune from that,
Which is nice.
which is very nice. Right, so the first round is done. There are no real rounds in the game. But what happens now is I can either move within the same village or I can move to a different village. If I move to a different village, I must spend 1 provision for every road that I travel along. So if I wanted to go down here, for example, I would spend 2 provisions to get there. But, and this didn't apply to the first round of the game, you must pay anybody who is already at the village that you move to 1 basic resource. Now that's only if you move to a new village. If you stay within the same village, you don't have to pay anybody anything. So if I did go here, then I would have to pay 2 provisions to get there, and I would need to pay Pete something, and I would need to pay Chris something. 1 basic resource. Rob doesn't have to pay because he's got a fort, and we're all scared of him. He's got like spears and stuff. So that's kind of dissuading me from going down there. I'm not really keen on that. Staying in the same village is a possibility, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 provision, and I'm going to move to here, and we're going to go here. So I'm going to cut down a forest. I'm going to cut down that forest to get 1 wood, and I'm going to build a building. Now, I notoriously take quite a while to decide which building I want to build, but we do actually have, I've got 2 wood, and I do have a glass. Oh, look, the trout fishery. Shall we go with ponds again? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, that's going to get me lots of water. Can't do
I wanted
that
to do
one.
that one last time, but
Yeah.
I didn't quite do it.
I might do this. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one. So this is the Hottenwald house. Now this has a light tan background. That type of background means it has an immediate ability. So that happens straight away. So I spend 1 glass, I spend 2 wood, and I spend 2 brick, and I put it somewhere, and I immediately get 3 sand. 1, 2, 3, and I get another cattle. So that's, where am I? There, that's that done. So I did that, got the wood, got the thing. Then I am going to take another wheat field. I was going to build a stable, but I've realised that needs wood, and I don't have wood, so we're just going to take another one of these, and I'm going to put that there. Now, a quick note about these wheat fields and these ponds and these forests, you can remove these at any time if you get stuck. You don't get anything for it, but you can just remove it if you want to. Your buildings, you can't remove them. And you can't remove this either. Right, that's my go done.
Okay, well, I'm going to move to here. Costs me a provision to travel on the road. And then I'm going to...
So you can either spend a brick to build a pond, or get 1 water for every pond that you currently have.
Right, well, I have 2 ponds, so
Yep.
I'm going to get 2 water.
Take some water out of the ponds.
And then I'm going to go a building.
Building, what you're building.
I'm going to spend 1 glass and 4 wood.
It's going to build the potash manufacturer.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And build the potash
Yeah.
manufacturer.
So this is quite a cool building, because what it does, it means Pete is going to remove the charcoal counter from there. So he's no longer using charcoal to create glass. He's using potash instead. So he's got that.
So that goes clunk, which
It
means
does.
I get my glass back.
Yeah, straight away.
And that's my
Sure, go.
go.
Done.
Okay, I'm going to stay in the same
Well,
village.
Chris has a commodity.
Yes.
So
if I
let's
could.
talk about
Yeah.
commodities now. So your commodity, I pressed the wrong button, it should be that one. This is the commodity. And at the start of your turn, as you can see on this handy dandy reference sheet here, optionally at the start of your turn, you can spend one commodity. If you do that, you may swap this particular tile, the traveling merchant, you can swap this with any other tile on the board. You don't have to be there, you don't have to use the tile, literally you can just swap it over. And there's various reasons why you might want to do that. You might want to use the traveling merchant, so you might want to move it to where you're about to go to, or you might want to put something else in its place. Chris, are you going to use the commodity?
No, I don't think I'm going to this turn.
Okay,
No.
now it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to move across this village to here.
Mhm.
And I'm first going to take 2 waters.
Okay, so we all
for the
get
traveling.
we
Yeah,
all get 1 water.
2. And then I'm going to cut down one of my forests to get 4 wood.
Okay. All right, Rob.
Right, I'm going to move to here, so I have to spend one of these,
1 provision.
one provision, and I'm going to go here. So I can gain per wheat field I have, I can gain a porridge.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going
you've
to
got 2 wheat fields, so you get 2
2
porridge.
porridge, and also I'm going to spend a wood to get
4
4
charcoal.
charcoal. So 2, 3. Okay, that seems to be it.
Well, that's kind of where I want to go.
Oh.
Your wheel should move around.
Yep, your provision wheel move
Provision
round.
wheel. Yeah, thank you.
So I kind of wanted to go there, but I can't do that. So if I went there, I'd only be doing this. So that's an inefficient action, and we don't like inefficient actions.
Sometimes unavoidable, isn't it?
Mm. Okay, so we're going to go here. So I'm going to spend 1 provision to move to here. And then I have to pay Chris something. So what am I going to give Chris? I'm going to throw some charcoal at you.
Thanks.
There you go. Have some charcoal.
Let's go.
And then I am going to, in fact, sorry, I'm going to go there. I'm going to use 1 charcoal to get 4 brick. And then for every cow that I have, I get a porridge. I have 2 cows, so I get 2 porridge, which moves that to there. You'll go. Dara's in the chat. Hi, Dara. And it says, you think there's a chance it might surpass Glass Road as your favourite Uwe game. So I'll be honest with you, I didn't like Glass Road. And the reason why I didn't like Glass Road is it has a card play mechanism where you will gain an additional benefit if you manage to predict what the other players are going to play and you play the same card, or the opposite. Either way, it kind of requires you to get in the mind of your opponent and think, oh, I think I know what they're going to do. That's personally not a mechanism that I like in games. So Glass Road was definitely not a game for me, which was a shame because the rest of Glass Road, the whole bit where you're building up your own area, I really liked that bit, but I didn't like the card play mechanism. And it turns out that I'm not the only one. So for anybody watching this stream who knows Glass Road, you'll be thinking, and I think it's already said in the chat, that this looks a lot more like Glass Road than you thought it might. Yeah, it's effectively an improved version of Glass Road, but without the card play mechanism, and it's got this whole travelling around the village instead. So for people like me who didn't like the card play mechanism, this is the game for you. If you love the card play mechanism, and I know somebody who does, then you can carry on playing Glass Road. This doesn't replace Glass Road, except it does for me, if you see what I'm saying. Right, Pete.
Decisions. I think I'm going to go up here.
1 provision.
Use a provision.
Running out of food.
And yeah, but that's not a problem, is it?
No.
Right, I'm going to a brick and some water.
You're going to visit your favourite lady again.
I'm going to turn a brick and a water
Yeah.
into a pig and a cow.
Yeah. So you go and see this nice landowner and give her some stuff, and she gives you some of her animals.
Yes.
So if you don't have any food, or sorry, if you don't have any provisions on your turn, then you have to stay within the same village. If all of the spaces in the village are occupied and you can't actually go anywhere, you have to beg. And if you beg, you effectively skip your turn and you gain 1 provision. Now that's normally quite bad. Rob did it in the last game twice, and you weren't that far behind on points. So it's not devastating, but you want to try and avoid it if you can.
I'm then going to do this. So I 2 pawns gets me 2 sand.
2 sand.
1, 2, which goes clunk forwards on the glass making.
Okay.
And that's my go.
Right, well, I think I am going to use a commodity.
Anita's asking, is this how the game is going to look for everybody? Yes, this is a final copy of the game. This is not a prototype. This is the actual final production copy of the game. Thank you for asking, because I normally do say at the start, and I forgot to say that.
Okay, I'm going to use a commodity this time, so
Aha.
I'm going to spend this.
So Chris is using a commodity, so he
Yeah.
takes that
Thank you.
and swaps it with any other tile anywhere else.
Swap it with the pig tile here. So I've got that. That's going to go there.
Mhm.
And then
And then he takes his turn as normal.
going to spend 1 provision to move here.
Go there.
And what do I want to take? I think I'm going to take porridge.
So you get 2
So I get
porridge.
2. Everyone else gets 1.
We all get 1 porridge. And then you're going to build?
I am going to build, and I think I'm going to build tannery.
Ah, yes.
So
Tanner is good when you get it early.
I'll take 1 glass, 1 brick, and 2 water. And now up to 5. When I use pigs, then I place them there and I
Yeah.
get victory
So
points
there
at
is a
the
building in the game which is the butcher, which is where you can take animals and you, as Rob says this afternoon, you trade those animals for meat. But those animals get removed from the game and you get meat instead. Whereas Chris has got the tannery. So basically every time he slaughters a pig, instead of it just being removed from the game, it goes on there and you're basically getting the hide from the pig. So cool.
Well, is it my go?
Yes,
Is it your go?
it is, yeah.
Just a question.
Mhm.
Is meat a resource? that I
Meat
can
is a basic
gain with that?
resource. So
Okay.
a basic resource is anything to the right of the arrow or brick.
Okay. So I'm going to use my commodity.
Yep, to swap the travelling merchant.
I'm going to swap it. I'm going to do a similar sort of thing.
You're going to put it back.
That's what it was,
Pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. Swap them around again.
And then I'm going to spend 2 provisions.
Yep.
To go
come down here.
To here.
So you have to throw something at me.
I don't. Except I don't.
Oh, you don't because you've got spears.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint you. And then I spend a charcoal
Yep.
to gain 4
Before
brick. And then I'm going to gain 2 resources of my choice.
Yep.
Which will be wood.
Okay, so we all get 1 wood.
And this is going to move.
Yep.
To there.
So you've got 3 glass.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, nice. My go? Well, do I want to use the travelling merchant? Tell you what, I might. Or I might not. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to stay within the same village. Now, if you stay within the same village, you do not have to pay anything to the other players. That's only if you move somewhere else. So I'm just going to zip across to here. I'm going to cut down this forest. Get 4 wood. And then I'm going to get 2 meat. So everybody else gets 1 meat.
Hmm.
Now, there is a reason why I did that.
That's good.
And that is to show you what's going to happen on this dial. So this dial, I now have 2 empty spaces. So what happens is it's going to move to there, but it isn't going to move any further. Even though there is an empty space here, it cannot move any further because this marker is stopping it moving. As soon as I spend this provision, it will move further. That's one thing that I wanted to tell you. The other things I wanted to tell you is the arrow is now pointing at this token. Everybody has 1 token here, and as soon as this arrow is pointing to it, 2 things happen. First of all, I gain 1 basic resource of my choice, and I'm going to choose to gain charcoal, which I'm going to gain on here, which produces me some of that. But then it activates a job. So this icon here, you can just see these jobs that are stacked here. That's that. What happens is the first job is about to come into play. So there's a big stack of jobs here. These get shuffled at the start of the game. And what we're going to do is we are going to reveal the first one. And we look at the icon in the top left. If it's got a green background, it means it goes into one of the countryside locations. If it's got a brown background, then it goes into the village with the corresponding tradesperson. Each of the people has a particular icon. So this is the castle. The castle is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that job here. Now that job is something that you can do when you visit that location, and the castle wants sand. And if you go to the castle and you pay 5 sand, you're going to get 5 porridge, 2 glass, and you're going to move your glass hut marker up by 3. These jobs are really powerful. You do want to try and do them. They're a lot more efficient than most of the other actions, but they are one-off only. First player that gets there will remove that job, but then another job comes out. So at the moment, there is only one player, me, whose arrow is pointing to that, which means at the moment there is only ever going to be one job in game. But as soon as somebody else's arrow points to it, that brings another job into play. And once all 4 of us have got our arrows pointing to it or beyond, that means there will be 4 jobs in play at any time. But I think that's it. I went there, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that. You'll go, Pete.
Okay. I'm going to... I've forgotten what I was going to do. Like I said, I'm going to use my
Commodity.
little covered wagon to go here. You can have that over there. And
Thanks.
I'll move here.
He's travelling merchant, really popular at today.
And I will have 2 wood.
So we all get 1 wood.
Everybody else gets 1.
I don't.
So this is the thing. If you've already got maximum amount of that resource, you just don't gain it.
Sorry. And I'm going to build.
Right.
I'm going to build a sawmill, which I've got 2
2 glass,
glass,
2 bricks,
2 bricks,
and 2 wood.
And 2 wood.
Okay, so let's talk about this because we've not seen this building before. This is a blue background building. And so far, we've been having some fairly quick turns where you move and you do a couple of actions. Well, not anymore, because if you've got a building with a blue background, this is an anytime action that you can use on your turn before or after any other action. So this, Pete now has a sawmill. At any time on his turn, he can spend 1 forest, so cut down a forest and get 3 wood. Now I say any time, it's not quite any time, it's before or after an action. So what Pete could do is he could move somewhere, he could use it, he could then visit one of the tradespeople, he could then use it again, then visit the other tradesperson, then use it again. You can use it as many times as you want on your turn, but you can't use it in the middle of resolving another action. Okay,
That's my go.
you're done.
My thing went around at the same time as yours did.
And
So
mine was-
Oh, right, so we actually have 2
Sorry.
more jobs. And so both
Yeah.
of you get a basic resource
Oh, of our choice.
of your choice.
What I want to do.
And we get 2 more jobs. So we've got a job at the pass, 7 porridge, for 1 glass, 1 forest, 3 pigs, a pond, and a pasture. And we have a job at the brick maker. So we look where the brick maker is, which is there, and this job goes here. So that job isn't assigned to this space, it's actually just in this village. And if you do the job, it is instead of the tradespeople. So when you move to this village, you can either visit 2 tradespeople or do the job.
Changed my mind of what I was wanting to do. Probably what wild resource I want to get. So I'm going to move charcoal for my wild
Did
resource.
we not
for
want
that.
another job as well?
That's 3 jobs.
Yeah,
Oh, it's 3.
One,
isn't it?
one,
Oh,
2, 3.
sorry.
yeah,
It's okay, I can't count up to 3.
1, 2, many lots.
right.
many.
So I'm going to move here then. So that's going to spend 1 provision.
And you need to give something to me and Rob.
And I'm going to give you and Rob a brick each.
Oh,
Because I have
thank
a
you.
lot of brick.
thank you.
Just what I want.
And then I'm going to spend...
With love from Chris.
and then I'm going to spend my 7 wood to complete
he's gonna
that
do it.
newly put out
There you go.
job. So that goes
Just
round
happens to be in the
there.
right place at the right
Yeah.
time. So you gain 5 brick, of which you can only have
Yeah.
4 water,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 sand,
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4.
and 1 glass.
That goes that way.
Okay, and then that job is done, is removed from the game, and is replaced immediately. So we have a job here requiring 5 animals in any combination.
It's going to be a while before someone gets that. Probably.
Yeah.
So my go.
Is your go?
Right, I'm going to do some caravan moving again.
Yep. Where's he going?
I'm going to move. Oh, no, didn't think about this. Yes, sorry, it's gonna swap places with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pay 2 provisions
To go up here,
to go to where I've just moved that wood thing to.
there, or there.
With the one with the building.
There.
So
Up here.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, that doesn't make sense then.
So did you want to swap it with that instead?
I think so. Yes. Sorry.
So it was like that, and you wanted to do.
I wanted to build and get wood.
So
I think that's possible, is it?
I'm not sure.
No.
No,
No, because other people are there.
because Pete's on that space.
Ah, so that was what I was going to do, but
I mean, if you wanted to build and get wood,
yeah, that's only 1 wood though, isn't it?
you could have put the travelling merchant here and used the travelling merchant to get the wood.
Yeah,
Depends how much wood you needed.
probably 2 wood.
Yeah,
so,
so
yeah, I
that would
could have
do
done
it.
it. Yeah,
So instead of doing that,
Yeah.
you swap that with either one of those two.
okay. So I'll swap it for the meat one because I haven't got any animals. That's a bit useless to me at the moment. And
Okay,
then
and then instead of 2 provisions,
Yeah.
you just use.
just use
One.
1. Yeah, thank you. Right. So then I'm going to gain 2 wood.
So we all get a wood.
Everyone gets a wood. I'm going to spend a forest.
Yep.
To
To gain a wood
get a wood
and
and then a build.
build.
So I'm going to use I'm going to use 2 glass, 3 brick, and 3 wood.
2 glass.
To
For.
take the farm labourer's house.
Okay, so what does that do?
It says whenever you move the caravan, you get 1 food per wheat field.
Whenever you move the travelling merchant,
Yeah.
you get
1
porridge for every wheat
Porridge.
field you've got.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Still haven't learnt the names for everything yet. Sorry.
Just remind me, when you want a new estate, a small estate,
Yeah.
you build. You go to a build action.
Nope.
I know it happens whenever
It's
you move
this.
the glass bead up.
As soon as that goes to the top.
Yeah, I remember that.
And none of us have moved that bead at all, have we? But
Hmm.
suspect it might be happening
That's what I forgot how you
at
do
some
it.
point. So, don't really need that, do we? My go. Okay, well, short-term plan was done. We now need a slightly longer-term plan. Where's the thing that gets you stuff for wheat fields? There. Was it just there? Yeah, I think it was. Do I want to go there? Well, I've got lots of brick and I've got glass and I've got lots of wood. So I should be looking at something from here. Probably. Although, where's the pasture building location? Been moved? Oh, it is there. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to move to here. I'm going to spend 1 provision to move to there. I'm not going to move the travelling merchant. No, just going to move 1 provision to move to there. Then I have to give you something.
Yep.
Have some wood.
Move you.
Cool. And then I am going to do this first. So I'm going to spend 1 wood to build a pasture. So pastures can have in them either 3 pigs or 3 cows. Cannot mix, and every animal on this will get 1 point at the end of the game. You can rearrange your animals however you want to. For now, I'm just going to stick the stick the pasture down there. So that was that, and then I'm going to do this. So we're going to get rid of that. That's my last forest, which means I have no forest for my pigs to live in. But I gain a wood, and then we're going to do a building. So 1 glass. I have plenty of wood, and I have plenty of brick. That's over there. What have we got? Oh, I can't do that now. No, that's no good. Oh. How much water have I got? I've got 1 water. No, that's no good either. I thought there was going to be something really nice. Who had that in the last game? The Forest Side Herder. So you did,
That
didn't
was
you?
me. I didn't really get much use out of it.
Was that when you visit?
When you visit the
Tag, doesn't it?
yeah.
Which
So
one
this
is it?
target's
Review
that
this.
one
That
there.
one.
Oh yeah.
That one. Okay. Go on, let's do that then. So
Okay.
let's spend 1 brick and 3 wood, and we're going to build the forest side herder's hut. So whenever I visit her, I get a charcoal. And I believe that's it. How's my go done?
Costs me a provision to move along that road.
Eric is asking, was this on Kickstarter? It was not on Kickstarter. It's from Pure Land Spiel. They don't use Kickstarter for their game, so it's straight to retail. I believe it's going to be out at Essen Spiel this year. I don't know when it's going to be available outside of that, but if Christoph is still in the chat, which he is, you can let us know where are people going to be able to get hold of this game.
2 wheat fields gets me 2 porridges,
Porridge.
which advances my wheel.
Yeah.
Which gets out another.
It's 2 porridge, isn't it? You
Oh,
just moved it.
sorry, 2.
Yeah.
Again, I can't count. I'm even up to 2. So I get 1 extra basic resource.
Yeah.
And that comes out.
It's
I
the
need to
job
choose a basic resource.
for the forester, who is here, and he wants 3 forests. If you give him 3 forests, he'll give you loads of stuff.
Okay.
Christoph saying that the English version will be shortly available for that at retailers. Okay, excellent, thank you.
1 wood. Gets me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes that go round again.
Nice.
And that's the end of my go.
Right. I feel I need to get some pigs, start making use of my pig strategy. So I'm just going to hop to there.
Getting into pigs,
Yeah. And I'm going
visit
to.
this.
Yeah. So that's 1 porridge and 1 water.
It's the landowner.
I'm doing that.
You've got lots of pigs and lots of cows.
So I've spent a porridge and water for a pig and a cow.
Pig and a cow.
I'm not liking the prospects of that cow, however, because I'm going to give
that
you
cow
that
goes to the
straight
butcher?
back.
Not the pig. Because you've got the tannery.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of space. Actually, yeah, maybe that would work better right now because
Okay.
I can actually put that cow there for now. So yeah, let's just do
So
that.
that goes into the tannery. You get
food.
2 meat. Yeah.
2 meat, sorry. Okay, I think that's all I can do for now.
All right.
Okay, Rob.
So I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take wheat field, please.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to gain. Interesting.
What do you want?
Well, I think I'll just gain 2 meat.
2 meat. So we all get 1 meat.
Yes. Actually, sorry. Can I change that to 2 charcoal?
You can. So we all get 1 charcoal.
Yeah.
Which one do I want to move?
Sausage was a bit blunt.
Yeah. No, that's me done.
Okay, right, now, before we carry on, let's just have a look at this player board, because you may have noticed when I showed this board earlier, there are some points here. So when the game is over, wherever your arrow is pointing to, that's how many points you're going to get. So the more that you've moved this dial by the end of the game, the more points you're going to get. Also, every glass at the end of the game is worth 1 point. Now, when does the game end? That's this icon here. So as soon as 1 provision marker hits this space, that triggers the end of the game. The player who triggered the end of the game finishes their turn, and then all players, including the player who triggered the end of the game, gets 1 more turn. So there is no start player marker. You don't play like until the end of that round. It's whoever triggered it, everybody else then gets 1 more turn, and then the player who triggered it. So, my go. I have 3 commodities and 6 provisions, so I need to be spending these really, because otherwise, yeah, this dial is not going to move. I've decided that I want to get some more cows. The cows are up there, and that's there. So let's do it. Do I want to move the travelling merchant first? I'm going to say yes. I am going to move the travelling merchant, and I'm going to move it. I'm just going to swap it with this one. I'm then going to spend 1 provision. We're going to move to here. I am then going to throw some. Oh, what am I going to throw at you? I need all of this stuff. Let's throw some.
Throw a brick at me if you like.
No, I need my bricks. I'm quite scarce on resources here, so let's make it a wood. I'm going to throw some wood at you. Right, and then I'm going to again count. Just going to live down here, and I'm going to spend 3 brick to move this glass bead up here. So when this glass bead gets to the top, that's when I get another small estate. That is me done.
Well, I think the first thing to do is to move the covered wagon. Where is another question. I think I might. Because if I do that, it kind of stops me from. Oh, this is interesting. How do I want to make this game work for me? Well, let's put it here for now.
Okay.
I can regret it later. And then moving. Let's just move here.
So one
Cost of
provision.
1 provision. And gain 2 porridges.
So you get 2 porridge, we all get 1 porridge. And then do you want to build, or do you want to increase your glass hut marker?
Oh, no.
I think I'll move my glass marker.
Mhm.
That's my go.
Well done. Right.
Okay, I'm going to spend a commodity and I'm going to move this and swap it with the pig to there. And then I'm going to spend 1 provision to come here. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 wood for the travelling merchant.
So we all get 1 wood.
Okay,
And then build.
I'm going to build.
What you going to build?
I think I'm going to build this one.
Yeah.
Water tower.
So 1 glass and 3 brick.
So 1 glass.
And it has an immediate
2,
effect
3 brick. Yep.
that you get 1 water for every empty space in your domain.
So I've got 4 empty spaces.
Yeah,
So
now remember, you
2,
can
3,
voluntarily
4.
remove these lakes and ponds.
Yeah.
Sorry, wheat fields and ponds if you wanted to get more
I
water.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay, good.
And I'm going to pluck that there.
Jesper is asking, have I tried it with 2 players? I have not tried it with 2. I played it at 3 and 4 players. I think this is my 5th game of it so far, but I've not tried it at 2, and I've not tried the solo mode yet either.
You done?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move the caravan. Sorry, I keep calling it caravan, but it's commodities, isn't it? I'm gonna swap that.
Mhm.
So I get 4. I get 3 porridge now because of this.
Every time you move it, yeah, you get 3 porridge.
3.
Free stuff.
I was the king of porridge.
Then I'm gonna move here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gain 2 water.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna gain 2 glass.
Can't gain glass.
Oh.
You need sand.
Sand.
Can you have sand?
Sand.
So
Sorry.
we all get 1 sand.
So
Yeah.
that's sand that you can.
Yeah,
that way,
yeah. That's
Got
sand.
you.
Yeah. And that's me done, I think.
Right. Well, it's all moving a bit fast. No, I want to go there. I know I want to go there. That's the thing that I want to do. Do I want to move the travelling caravan? I do not. So I'm just going to spend 1 provision. We're going to move here. I'm going to throw something at Pete. I'm going to throw some wood in your general direction.
Thank you.
Right. The first thing I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to move this up, which gets me a small estate. A small estate comes with 2 forests. I'll move this over to here. And then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to chop down one of those forests to get 4 wood. And that's my go done. Yeah, up to you, Pete.
Okay. I think it's time we went walkabout. I'm gonna head over here, I think.
The bead resets. Yes, thank you. Forgot about that.
Oh, before I move, I want to use
You're going to move the travelling merchant.
traveling merchant,
Okay.
and I'm going to put the traveling.
Aaron is saying, shouldn't they get the water after placing the building? Yes. Did you get 4 water?
I did.
Should have been 3.
Should have been 3.
Yeah, because you place the building and then get the water.
Yes, you're right. Yep. Yep.
Thank you for spotting that.
Yes, I'm going to put this over here, and then go 1, 2, land there.
So 2 provisions.
2 provisions. That's that, and then 1 porridge and 1 water that I haven't got.
No.
Okay. No, I can do this first. So I'll take 2 water.
So you're taking 2 water with this, so we all get 1
Water.
water. However,
That-
you immediately spend that 2 water. You can't stop that happening.
Okay.
So did you want to go maybe there instead?
Yes, I think I probably did. Thank you. So yes, and then I will go. I'll
Get
turn
porridge.
or I could, yeah,
Or you can get a wood.
2 wood. Yeah, let's have 1 wood.
So what you saw there is a tricky bit about the wheels. They are constantly trying to produce stuff. So if you use 1 action, as Pete did, to get the water, thinking he could then use the water, well, if the dial is in the right position, it automatically converts that water into glass. You can't do anything about it. Your workers are so keen to make glass.
And that's my go.
Okay.
Ben's here. Hi, Ben. Thank you for dropping in. The Uganda Village Board Game Convention is happening at the moment. Excellent. Excellent.
Right, I'm going to use 1 provision to come to this space here. So that's 1 provision. And can I have a pig, please?
After you've given me something.
Oh, I have to give you something. Have
Give me something to pay the toll.
You do have a brick,
Oh, thank you.
I think. Yeah, I can still do what I want with that. So that's
Chris keeps throwing bricks at me. I might have to go to the police and report him.
And then with the build action, I'm going to take this watering trough.
So you've now got a way of spending water to gain animals
Yeah.
as many times as you want.
So that costs me 2 brick, 1 wood, and 3 water. 1, 2.
Oh, was there a
3.
question? Sorry, Matt, I missed the question. No, you're not limited to 1 extension. You can have. I got 3 this afternoon and still came last. But yeah, you can have as many as you want.
I think that's my go because I'm not going to spend any water for animals just yet.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to move here, so I spend 1 of those. I'm going to go here. I don't have to pay
You don't.
because I've got this.
Stabby, stabby.
I'm going to spend a porridge and a water to gain a sheep.
Sheep?
A pig and
One
a
go.
cow. Yes. Pig and a cow. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking of sheep. And then I'll take 2 of some resource which I think will be meat.
Okay, so we all get 1 meat, which means that goes to there. Okie dokie. Right. Well, I know exactly what I wanted to do, and it's still available. So, oh, but the travelling merchant's there. So, I am going to spend a commodity. I don't need to, but if I don't, this dial can't move any further to the right. So I'm just going to swap it. And if I was clever enough, I might be able to work out what other people were doing. But I'm not. So.
Well, I'm not either.
Oh, but no, there is something a little clever that I might be able to do if it works out. Let's put it there. And let's put that there. Because I'm planning for next turn. if it works.
Even if someone else hasn't changed
But
it.
somebody in a 4-player game, chances are somebody else is going to move it. I'm going to travel to here. I'm going to gain Bessie. Get another cow. And then I'm going to spend 1 wood for 4 charcoal, and the charcoal is going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is me done.
Okay. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna move here.
One provision to move.
1 provision to move. There it is. Oh, before doing that, am I going to move the travelling merchant? I won't. I'll leave him where he is.
Okay. So for every lake or for every pond, you get a sand.
Okay. 1, 2.
And then you can build.
Build.
You've got 3 glass. Now, I've not been looking at those big buildings. Probably should have done.
Can't build anything there.
But all of the big buildings need 3 glass. And I think that is a... Yeah, so every large building in the game requires 3 glass.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think I'm going to build the Lord's Manor.
So 2 glass and 3 wood.
2 glass.
You don't have 3 wood.
Oh.
But before you did this action, you could use your sawmill.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll have the kiln. Yeah, that was what I wanted to
Okay,
do.
so 2 glass and 2 brick.
2 glass, 2 brick.
And
Runs me out of
you can
bricks.
now convert 2 charcoal into 3 bricks.
So, yeah, why not? I'll do that now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That's my go.
There's once per turn, is it a blue?
No,
Okay.
many times you want.
I assume there's no infinite loops.
Until you run out of stuff.
I hope not. Let's hope there's no infinite loops in the game. Right. I don't think it's once per turn. Christoph will tell me if it is once per turn, but I don't think it is. Conversion effects, they are anytime actions. You can do this multiple times in a row.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2 provisions to come over here. So 1, 2. And I'm going to use the travelling merchant to get 2 charcoal.
So we all get
2.
1 charcoal.
Is that round? And then I am going to
Say goodbye.
say goodbye
Mr.
to
Piggy.
Percy and gain 2 meat.
2 meat.
But then I'm going to use my watering trough to spend 2 water to get another pig back.
Another pig.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Percy Mark II.
And that's my go.
I'm going to use the travelling merchant, so I get 3 porridge.
Yeah. Move it.
I'm going to move it to here. Then I'm going to move myself to here.
Mhm.
I'm going to
So
gain
1 provision to move.
1 provision, which I paid.
Yep. What 2 resources? And you don't have to pay because if you've got a fort.
I'm going to gain wood, 2 wood.
So we all get 1 wood
Plus I get 1 further wood for doing this,
if you're chopping the forest down.
which I will do.
Okay.
And I'm going to build the inn.
Oh, right. Okay. That's what I was going to build. So,
Oh,
so that's 3 glass, 1 brick, 2 wood, and some meat.
3 glass, 1 meat,
Yeah.
2 wood, and 2 brick.
Is it? Around here. 1 brick.
1 brick.
So the inn, as you can see here, if the camera's going to focus, I don't know if it's going to focus. It's dark, isn't it, on that camera? Anyway, you can see from the inn, cost this, has 2 abilities. It's worth 5 points at the end of the game. It has an anytime ability that you can convert 2 water into porridge, and at the end of the game, you get 1 point for every porridge that you've got. So that's what that does.
Thank you.
My-
That's me done, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, so sort of messed up. But that's fine. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. I can still do it. So I'm not going to move the travelling merchant. I am going to spend 2 provisions to go here. I am going to spend a charcoal to get 4 brick. I'm then going to visit this lady, who is, to get her name right, the herder. And whenever I visit the herder, I get a charcoal. And for every cow, I get a porridge. I've got 4 cows. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 porridge. That's it. That's my good one.
Okay, I'm going to move here, costing me 2. Sorry, before I. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so 2 provisions to move there.
2 provisions to move there. 3 bricks.
Yep.
To go up here.
So you get a small estate.
Go. Thank you very much. That goes over here, and that goes down there. And then I will have 2 porridges because I've got 2
2
of those.
wheat fields, yeah.
2. And that's my go. So I want to spend any of that on bricks. Don't need to do it now, so no.
Charcoal, they kind of work against each other.
Got all this space.
I can move the travelling merchant if I want to. I want charcoal, but I want wood. The way of getting charcoal is to use wood.
Yeah. that's chemistry for you.
Yep. So I think what I'm going to do is spend this to go back to there. Actually, just move that with the travelling merchant
Okay.
there. Sorry, not those. Like that. And then I'm going to take a short hop to here
Mm-hmm.
and gain 2 wood.
So we'll get a wood.
Yeah. And then I'm going to spend 1 of those woods. Do I want pasture or do I? Yeah, 1 wood to get
1 wood
pasture.
pasture.
Yeah. And then actually, I'm going to remove that. Put that there. Back. Okay, that's my go.
So I haven't got commodity wagon this time. I'm going to spend 2 provisions go up to here.
Okay. I'll rethink my life.
It's often the way, isn't it? Someone does something awkward. I'm going to move this to 4 up, and then I'm going to gain a cow, please. Thank you. That's me done.
Well done. Right, so I am going to spend a commodity. I'm going to swap this travelling merchant, this space here. And I'm going to move within the same village. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to gain 2 meat. Everybody gains 1 meat. I gain 2. Immediately moves to there. I'm then going to visit the herder. And whenever I visit the herder, I gain a charcoal. And for every cow, I get a porridge. That's me done.
Let's go here. Actually, let's go here and get into pigs.
A pig.
Actually, no. Sorry. I'll go here, and I will do this. I'll burn 3 forests.
So you're doing the job.
Yes.
So when you do the job, you don't do any of the trades.
That's right.
So it's 3 forests.
3 forests.
But you do get 5 wood. You can't have 5 wood, but you just get as much as you can. You get 4 meat.
Yep.
And you get a cow. And then that job disappears. And we get another job. And this is up there. They want 2 provisions. It's that one. Really nice one. Ooh. Yeah, who's going to get to that one first?
I don't have the ability to. Otherwise it would have been nice. Right, I don't have a brick to do that. Where's the slaughterhouse? It's over there.
The butcher is over
Butcher.
here. Yeah.
It's in the corner. Okay. Kind of want charcoal. Is there something I can give? Yeah, let's go there, I think. I'm gonna move there.
Are you going to throw some more bricks at me?
Yeah. No, it's gonna be meat this
You're
time.
going to throw some meat at
Yeah.
me? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Make sure I can't actually.
Again, just for
brick and
those
mortar,
people
can't I?
wondering why
Yeah.
my dial is not moving on, it can't. It wants to. It could move theoretically 2 spaces, but it can't because this is blocking it. It can't go beyond here. So I need to be spending this. And when I do, this is going to move to here. Now, we might remember how the game ends. I'm just going to move these off just temporarily. As soon as this moves to here, I could theoretically trigger the end of the game. As soon as I move one of my provision markers to here, that triggers the end of the game. So if you were wondering how long this game was going to last, this isn't a long game. I reckon you can play this game in an hour and a half with 4 players. If we weren't explaining the rules to you as we were going, this would be a 90-minute game with 4 players.
Right. So I did a bit of giving you something.
You did.
So
You gave
I
me
need
some
to
meat.
decide what I want to take. But first, I'll do that one. So I'll spend 1 brick and 1
Some water.
water to get a
Couple of
cow
animals.
and a pig, please. And we will gain 2. Let's go with porridge. So everyone else will gain 1 porridge.
I can't.
Oh, sorry,
I'm all porridged up.
It's because you preferred the meat.
Yeah.
And I think that's my turn.
Done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm not going to take full advantage of this, but I think I'm going to take it anyway. So I pay one provision to
One
go
provision
there,
to go there.
Yeah.
2 to pay the cost of it.
Yeah, rats.
So I go up 2 on this
Yeah,
track.
2 up that track. You gain a forest.
Gain a forest, because is that optional?
Yeah, all things that you
Because I
gain
can't
are
actually
optional.
take a forest.
Okay.
So
You can just bin it.
yeah.
You get a pond,
Um,
you get 2 wheat fields, and you get a pasture.
okay.
You really want to do this? I mean,
Well,
I don't want you to, but
I think it's probably worth it. Yeah.
you're just gonna.
Mainly because I mean this is pretty huge. I mean normally that would cost 3 brick, right? So
Yeah, true. We get another
I
job.
think it's worth it.
It is a job in the forest here, and they want 5 water because they're very thirsty. And if you give them 5 water, you get 1 provision, and you can build a small building for free.
That's a good one as well.
Your go's done.
Oh, yeah,
I need to rethink again what I was going to do.
I'm constantly stepping on your toes. Aren't
You are, but that's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I had a backup plan, which was to build a building. I just don't know. Yes, I do know. I'm going to move. So I'm going to spend. Well, first of all, I'm going to move the travelling merchant, and I'm going to move it. This is interesting. Yeah, okay. I'm going to move it to here. Change of plan. I'm then going to spend 1 provision to move to here, and we're going to build. And no, hang on. Where was I? Let's do that. It's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So I'm still going to use a commodity, but I'm going to swap that with that. Then I'm going to spend 1 provision, but I'm going to move to here. I'm going to chop down a forest. I'm going to gain a wood, and I'm going to build the construction yard, please. So that's 3 glass, 3 brick, and 3 wood. I'm going to put it here. So the construction yard says that at the end of the game, I'm going to get 2 points for each adjacent building on this estate. Now, this is a separate estate. Your whole thing is called the domain. Each one of your boards is a separate estate. So I'm just going to put a slight gap between them so you can see. So I've paid for that. That's the building done. Then I am going to, this then moves to there. And then I am going to gain 2 water. So everybody gets a water.
Woohoo.
And that moves to there. And that's me done. I now need to build lots of buildings quickly before the game ends.
Changes everything. But suddenly I can do different things to the ones that I thought I could. Ooh. So let's just go here. Oh, before I do that,
Are you moving him?
I'm moving in.
Him or her? It's a him.
Where am I going to put him? I think I'll put him here. And then I'll move here, the cost of 1 provisions. And then I'll burn 1 wood to produce 4 charcoal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get a cow. No, wait. There we go.
Good.
Am I going to? No, I'm not going to burn a forest because. So yeah, that's. 2 of those gets me through. Ooh.
2 charcoal for 3 brick. You can do it on your turn if you want.
Yeah.
There's no-
Okay, pass. My go. Good. End of my go.
Okay. I am going to spend 2 provisions to come over here.
So you're going to go here and then up here.
Up there.
Yep.
Like
You
that.
spend 2 provisions
1, 2.
and you give up 5 animals.
It's 2 pigs and 3 cattle.
Right. So you get 3 charcoal on each wheel. Well, actually, you get 3 charcoal and then another 3 charcoal. They
Yeah.
could be on the same wheel or they could be on different wheels.
So, I want that to move, but yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. So that's then going to do that.
And then 3 on the other one.
1, 2, 3. Do
You get
that.
3 brick.
3 brick.
You get 3 porridge.
1, 2, 3. I should have moved the other provision marker, but
3
too
meat.
late. 1, 2, 3.
You get 3 sand. 3 wood.
1, 2, 3.
And 3 water.
1,
It's
2,
huge.
3.
It's huge. And it's the one that requires 3 wheat fields has come out, and it comes out here.
Wow, that's interesting. Doesn't really. Okay, well, I was going to go that way anyway. Kind of.
You're going to steal my thing off me.
Your thing.
My thing.
I'm going to move the thing.
Property of Paul. That definitely says it. Totally says it.
But you can't do that, right? Because I want to
Because
do
I
that.
wanted.
Sorry, but there's no law. There's no enforcement in this world. I'm going to move that there. So I gain 2 porridge. I've already put my porridge up because of my ability,
Okay, so you spend the commodity to move the travelling merchant, which
Yeah.
gains you 4 porridge.
which I can then take 2 of.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my provision.
To come
To
back
move
into the
here.
town. But you're going to do the job?
No,
Or not? You're not
No.
going to do the job.
I'm not gonna do
Hey!
the job. So you're going to have the option to do it, I guess.
I am.
Mainly because
You've got other stuff to do.
oh well, I could, yeah. Mainly because I wanted to end the game, to be honest.
Oh,
Not
right,
because I'm in a
okay.
hurry to end the game, but
Oh.
because it's to my advantage,
Okay.
I think. Because I get 2 points.
Is it Chris? Is it his personality?
Just got to think carefully where I put my
There's so much incentive to ending the game because
Yeah.
you get
one extra
the
turn.
well, you might not depending on
Let's do it.
yeah.
So I'm going to spend a cow to
To get 3 meat.
3 meat.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Diagonal does not count. No, No.
So actually, I'm not going to win the game.
I don't think so. I don't think diagonal counts. Otherwise, I would have put it in a different place. I'm pretty sure it's just orthogonally adjacent. Christoph will tell us if it is diagonal as well.
Oh well, I'm probably not playing optimally then. I'm just I haven't really thought about that. But this turn will turn around to here
Yeah, so you could potentially end the game on your next turn.
on my next turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means we would have all had the same number of turns because I started.
But then I also get 2 resources, and everyone else gets 1 resource.
What are you going to take?
I think I'll take some glass.
Sand.
Sand.
Sand, sorry.
Okay, so you get 2, we get 1.
Yeah.
Any more?
Don't think so.
Be a short game if you end it early. But yeah,
Well,
that's how it goes.
I feel like I've got a good
I'm going to use a commodity
point total at the moment.
just to move this to. Don't really matter. Swap this one. I'm then going to spend a provision to go here. Oh, it's only 1. I need to spend more. But you've got to take the shortest route. Chris can't do this. Pete can't do this. Maybe I don't go here. Maybe I go somewhere else. Where did I swap this with? I think it was that one. Just going to undo that. Somebody tell me in the chat if I've got them wrong. But I'm going to swap that with that. So then I'm going to spend 2 provisions to go here. And I'm going to gain 2 charcoal. So everybody gets another charcoal. That moves to there.
What should I do?
And then I'm going to build. Oh. Hang on. Just bear with me a minute. I've got loads of glass and I've got loads of brick. There, I can build that. So that's quite good. Oh, happy anniversary, Matt. He's going out with his wife. Yeah, so I can build that because that just needs glass and brick. That just needs glass and brick. And that's 4 points. Ah, but that's 3. Yeah, okay. What have we got over there that's glass and brick? Or basically anything that doesn't need wood.
Everything needs wood.
Yeah, okay. Get that one. Let's go for this one. So this is going to cost me 3 brick and 1 glass. I'm going to build it adjacent to the construction yard because then it's worth extra points. So I did that. I did that. And that has revealed this space. So potentially I'm in a position where I could trigger the end of the game as well. But
you'd have to be able to move 3.
so is Rob. I'd have to be able to move 3. Yes.
It's not possible, is it?
What, from where I am?
Where-
Oh, you're right, I think. Yeah, I don't think there is anywhere where I could go. Well, okay, maybe there is. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
But then you're not doing anything when you get there.
That's not sure what's right, is it? You can move.
That would be 3.
Is
1.
Yeah, it
Two,
doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
three.
there's something there.
Location
Right.
of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Can't go through here. It's bears.
Oh, yeah.
Pete, you'll go.
So I'm going to move to here. No, before I do, I'm going to move the.
You're not allowed to take the long route. You must take the shortest route.
I'll take the trader. Then. Yeah. I'll go there at a cost of 1 provision, moving that on 1. And then I will take one of those and build this.
Oh, it's big one.
Now, in order to build that, I need to have brick. I haven't got brick, but I can turn to.
So before you do the build action,
Before I do the build action,
2 charcoal for 3 brick.
two charcoal is 3 brick.
Mhm.
I have got 4 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have now got 2 bricks, but I don't have. I don't have.
You don't have 3 glass.
1, 2, 3, 4, as you were. And how many of these was it? 1, 2,
2 brick.
2 brick. Oh, for God's sake. Stupid. In which case, sorry, can I unwind my
Absolutely.
whole turn?
Yeah.
I'll put that back. And I'll move here instead. I'll take a carrot.
Is your
Could it-
provision spend correctly? In fact, I don't think you've spent any provisions.
I
Have you?
didn't spend any provisions, so I need to put that back. Yeah, that's right. So I'll do that, and then I get 1, 2, 3, 4 porridges. That's my go.
On a build related question.
Yeah.
So I want to build this.
Yep.
How is the spending going? Because if I spend glass, obviously it's going to move my wheel, which then's not going to make me want to. Can you do it in what order works, kind
I
of?
think, and Christoph will correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're spending resources to build something,
Yeah.
you spend them all at once. The dial doesn't move
Right. Okay.
in the middle of you spending.
Yeah. Right. That's okay.
I think that's right. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Christoph, while I try and find that in the rule book. But I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be a bit odd.
Or you could just think that's going to be the best thing to do. So
It says I would second that. So yes.
Yeah.
That's the rule. You spend all the resources at once,
Thank
and
you.
then you move the thing.
Right. Okay. Then. So I'm going to move here.
1 provision.
Think.
Did you want to move the travelling merchant first?
No, because I'm going to try and hopefully use it cleverly, but I'm not sure I can.
You could even use it just to do that.
Yeah. Is it going to make a... I'm not sure it's going to make a it could make a difference next turn, but I could just move it again, I suppose. Yeah, let's just spend it to move them around, and it might get me more points the next turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to gain charcoal there.
Really interesting that not many of us have gone to small estates. I say last game I got 3 of them.
Apart from having more
Not
glass,
that
there's
I
not
did
a
very
lot
well,
else
but
there.
everybody else got 1 or 2, I think.
Well,
You're close. You're
Really
close
use
to getting
another
it.
one, mine, because it's 2 points. And
And all the
more
jobs
space
went
to
in the
build.
last game as well. And in this game,
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to build first, and I'll work out the 2 resources that are going to work best after that. So I'm going to take the thermal baths, which is going to cost me 3 glass, 2, 3, and 3 charcoal, which I assume all have to be off the same wheel.
nope.
No.
When you spend charcoal, you can mix it.
Right, okay. Well, we'll take 1 off there and 2 from there then, and 2 water like that. So that's
Is it
gonna...
not 2 ponds as well?
Yeah. Is it 2 ponds?
It's
Oh,
2
it is
ponds.
2 ponds.
Two
Sorry,
ponds.
it's not 2 water.
It's not 2
then.
water, it's 2
I
ponds.
misread that. You're right. I misread the
You've got to
iconography.
completely drain the ponds.
That's even better. Right, so that'll shift to there then.
And that's just a
And-
flat 10-point scoring tile, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. Yeah, it's just a straight out 10 points.
Yeah.
Because I can't really get anywhere with that one. So
Yeah, I should have built that one.
okay, and then I'm just going to get 2 charcoal, I think, on
From the
this
travelling
one.
merchant.
From the traveling merchant.
Okay,
Yes.
so we all get a charcoal.
Because then whatever happens, I can spend some provisions and stuff to move my wheel around
Okay.
if we end the
You
game.
Right, Rob,
Yes.
you going to end it?
Yeah, I think I will, but first I'm going to do this.
You can't spend 2 of those.
Oh, sorry,
You
1.
can spend 1.
I'm going to swap it with. Oh dear. Actually, that doesn't help me. I think just swapping it is probably a good idea. Just because I get the porridge, which gives me points at the end. I'll put it. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to swap it with that one. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Right. And then where are you going?
So
If you want to trigger the end, you're going to have to spend 2 provisions.
yeah, I think I'm going to spend 2 provisions. So I'm going to move to here.
So end of the game is triggered. All players get 1 more turn, including Rob.
Oh, yeah. That's not quite how I planned, actually. I wanted to gain this because that gives me more building space, but
You can get there.
but then I can't.
Then you can't
I
build.
can't build. So I'm going to go here. Oh no, yeah, I'm getting confused.
can't you
I
build?
can't do both that and build. Is what I'm saying.
No, because
Because
Chris is
Be
there.
able
Chris
to do a build.
Chris
on the
moved there last turn,
Yeah.
which kind of messed up my plan. So I needed to rethink it.
I guess if you went there, if you wanted to do a build on your next turn, you can just move.
Yeah,
and
'cause you
do it
will
on your
get
next
another turn.
because you
Another
will get
turn.
another turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks. So I'll do that. I'll go up in here.
Yep, which gets you a small estate.
Oh, my porridge is also there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that resets to 0. And then I'll spend this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I don't have to spend that, but it doesn't make a difference because I
So
can
that
make 2.
board can go into there. And
Yeah.
so
But I
you
might
get-
as well, I'll spend one from here because it's
Oh yeah, because you're getting 2 forests.
it's
Aren't you?
simpler.
You get 2 new forests. You
Yeah.
spend 1 of those forests to get 4 wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then we are now into our final turns. So I
Yeah.
have 1 more turn. Wow. Well, that gets me 4 points. 5 points. No, because I only spend 1 provision to get there. So going there gets me 4 points. Four points is quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, if I can build something, I have 1 glass and 1 brick. What can I build with 1 glass, 1 brick, and no wood? Probably not very much.
Yeah. Wood and brick are needed for most things, aren't they?
Yeah. But if I went there, I don't have any forests. So I think that might be my best move. So we're not going to move the travelling merchant. We are going to spend 1 provision. Oh, it doesn't even move anyway. Yeah, so we're just going to go here. Doesn't really matter where. So I'll go here. And I'm going to spend 3 wheat fields to gain 2 pastures. These aren't buildings, unfortunately. So having them adjacent to the construction yard doesn't help. And I gain 2 cows and 2 pigs.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm going to move that cow into there and that cow into there. Animal-tastic. Done. Finished. What an unusual game this has been.
Yeah. I think it's ended earlier than the previous one.
It definitely has. As I say, we did all of the jobs in the previous game.
Yeah.
We had loads of buildings. I feel like I've not done much. It'll be interesting how the end scores come out.
Yeah.
Maybe we're playing more efficiently, so we're moving this around quicker. I don't know. Or in fewer turns.
You definitely have been.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, no, I think we all have. I think we've all been doing more of this.
I'm trying to just work out what gets me the most points. But,
Well, glass is a point.
yeah.
Moving this dial is a point. Building the
Definitely
point.
move this round.
Yeah.
Well, I can only do it once, but because I don't know, I spend enough provisions otherwise.
Okay, that's my go.
Because if I move 2, you can't. Yeah, because you can't move 3, so I can't move both my provision wheels. Fair enough to move around. Right.
So from here, you can move 3 if you really wanted to by ending up here.
Yeah, but
Then you
that's
wouldn't
gonna
You wouldn't do any actions.
Yeah.
Well,
And
or would you?
well, 3 would get me 2 points, I guess. But what's that one? Is that sand?
You'd actually get 4 points. No, you'd get 6 points. If you went here, you get 6
Because you
points.
get glass as well, don't you?
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's do that. But do I want to
So
move?
you
'Cause I
need to
probably
move the
wanna
travelling
spend,
merchant.
yeah, I want to do that as well, don't I? Doesn't really matter what I move
It
with.
does.
Let's just swap with pig.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you spend 3 provisions, so that's one
there.
commodity
Yeah. So we do 1
Yeah.
off that
and 2 off
and
that,
2 off that one. Yeah.
and you move 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I forgot because I was looking like that was joined there,
Yeah.
and it goes all the way around, doesn't it? So
That
that's
moves
gonna
that dial twice,
spin round to
which is
there.
a net 2 points.
Yeah. So we spend 5. 1,
Got 5
2,
sand.
3, 4, 5. Yep.
So you get 5 porridge. Irrelevant,
Yeah.
but you get it anyway. 2 glass,
5, 2 glass.
which is worth
That's that way. Glass,
which is worth
isn't
2
it?
points.
Yeah.
And you move your glass marker up 3 spaces,
Which gets me
which
another.
gets you a small estate, which is 2 points.
Perfect.
So yeah, that was a 6-point move. And we do get another job in case Rob wants to do it on his last turn. It's the broom. Where's the broom? Here.
Not going to be possible.
And it goes here. Now, just a quick note for those people watching. If you ever have to place one of these jobs in a village and the village is full, you move it to the next village clockwise and you keep going like that. And just as a reminder, even though it looks like it's close to this space, you can go anywhere in the village to do the job.
All
Rob,
right.
to finish us off.
Well, I'm just going to. I think it's a good move, but maybe it'll take me a while to find the optimal one, so I'm not going to do it today. I'm just going to spend my
Commodity.
and move this. So that will get me porridge, but I'm already full on porridge, so
Mhm.
it's kind of irrelevant. Put that there, and then I'm going to move here.
Okay.
So I'm going to gain water,
So you gain 2 water. We
2
all
water.
gain 1 water,
which gets me another glass.
which is a point. Yep.
Yeah, but then I'm going to
Oh.
spend the forest here.
Yep.
To gain a wood, and then
And
build.
then build. What you gonna build?
So I have 2 glass
You've got
and
2
a ton of
glass.
wood, so it's whoever gives me the most points out of the buildings.
I mean, that's 5 points.
5
if you've got a
points.
brick, that's pretty good.
But there might be stuff that I can use to convert to resources that give me more stuff. I don't know if there is. Probably not. 5 points is the best building cost that isn't a large building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Charcoal pile.
Yeah.
Okay, 2
So,
glass, 1 brick, 1 wood.
So that's a net of only 3 points.
It's a net 3 points.
It's not great.
Yeah.
For a last turn move, but at least it is a last turn move.
Are the
Thank you.
blue actions anytime actions?
Anytime. Did you
Right.
want to
I'm gonna
do
spend-
something?
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 to get a pig because I can put it in my pasture, so it's
Yeah.
another point. Thank you.
Right.
We done?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what we do is we take this board and we throw those buildings over there and we flip it over, and that's the score track. So we take our people, we put them on the 0. Let's go through the scoring. Who do you think's won? First of all, 1 point per glass. 1.
3.
0. He says proudly.
Okay. 2 points for each small estate.
That's the.
Have we all got one
Yes.
small estate?
Yeah.
We've all got one. Right. Points based on where you're...
You
Give
were
me
on
some.
0, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Points based on where your food dial is pointing to. So mine's 7.
Mine's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
You're on the 7 on your pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Next, 1 point per
Mine
animal,
was on 8, sorry. Mine's on 8.
which is on a pasture.
That's 1.
8 animals.
I could have moved again and gained more points. Yep. 2. That can be on a pasture.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can rearrange your animals at any time.
Yeah.
Right. So the printed points values on each of your buildings. So mine is 3, 11.
Not including pastures.
We've done pastures.
Oh, no, 16. So that's 27.
I've got 14.
28.
9, 10, 14.
Okay. And then the special scoring abilities that you have, which are the yellow ones. So mine is 2.
4. 1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
4.
And Rob's probably got 7.
7.
There you go.
Ooh. Porridge for the win.
Porridge for the win.
Well done.
And that is it. So yes,
Nice.
a lower scoring game than this afternoon. Rob wins
Yeah.
with 34 points. Chris 32. Paul 31. And Pete, who won the game this afternoon, is fall from grace
I
26.
thought I'd let you have a go.
That's how the game plays. But yeah, very different from the game this afternoon, even though it's the same setup. We had pretty much the same setup this afternoon. But I think what you were saying, I think we just all did this more than we did the other stuff.
Mm.
And I built hardly any buildings. I was happy. I decided to go down an animal route. And I was happy that I got the animals. But yeah, this afternoon's games, I think even my score, which was the lowest score,
Yeah, we had more, didn't we?
yeah, it was
Yeah, I think they were.
1 hour 42 minutes. So yeah, it was a quick game. It was a quick game. But anyway, let me know what you think about it. The game is going to be released in the next month or so, and as I mentioned at the start, this is a sponsored video. Thank you very much to the publisher for supporting the channel, and of course to all of my Patreon supporters. If you like the content that I create and when you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. If you are a Patreon supporter, you do get access to lots of other behind the scenes videos, including our practice game this afternoon. But we are done for today, and because it was a sponsored video, you're not going to get any opinions of the game. We all do have our own thoughts on it, which we will be talking about later on, but that's for us. Yeah, let me know what you think, and if you're watching the video back afterwards, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and all of that sort of stuff. If you are interested in games from this publisher, next Friday evening, so literally 7 days from now, however many hours that is, I don't know, Gaia Project with the expansion. That's happening next Friday, starting at 7 o'clock. We have a 3-player game of that happening. So if you want to see Gaia Project with the expansion, that will be next Friday. Thank you very much to you three for joining me today.
Thank you.
And we will see you all next time. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.